Have you ever stopped to think about the deeper meaning behind lighting a candle? For many, it's just a part of daily life, a soft glow during dinner, a source of comfort during storms, or a decorative touch to a room. But what if I told you that candles hold a significance far greater than their simple, flickering light? What if there's something about them that connects us to the spiritual realm, to energies we can't see but can deeply feel? Today, we are diving into something extraordinary, something you might have never considered about candles and their hidden potential. Candles have been used for centuries, not just for their practical purpose of providing light, but as symbols of hope, connection, and even power. In ancient times, they were more than just a source of illumination. They were seen as tools capable of bridging the gap between the physical and spiritual worlds. Yet, as time passed and technology advanced, we began to see candles merely as quaint or sentimental objects, forgetting their deeper meaning. But what if there is still something profound about the simple act of lighting a candle? This isn't just about superstition or tradition. It's about understanding the intention behind the flame, the message it carries, and the energy it represents. When you light a candle, whether you realize it or not, you're tapping into a timeless practice, one that resonates through history and faith. Think about it. Why are candles present in moments of prayer, remembrance, or celebration? Why do so many cultures and religions rely on them in their rituals? There's a reason, and today, we'll uncover what makes candles so unique. But there's a catch. Just like any tool, candles can be used with purpose or carelessness. Using them without understanding their significance might lead to unintended consequences. The spiritual realm is not a game. It is a space where intention matters more than anything. What you do, how you approach it, and the energy you bring to the act of lighting a candle can influence the outcome. That's why this video is so important. It's not just about learning something new. It's about ensuring that you approach this practice with wisdom and respect. Imagine for a moment a dark room. You light a single candle, and suddenly, the darkness retreats. The room isn't completely bright, but it's no longer overwhelming. That small light changes everything, doesn't it? It gives you clarity, a sense of peace, and a reminder that even the smallest source of light can conquer the greatest shadows. This is the essence of what candles represent, a beacon of hope, guidance, and transformation. But what happens if you light that candle without knowing what it symbolizes? What if, instead of bringing light, it invites confusion or unrest into your life? This is why it's essential to understand the deeper layers of what candles mean and how to use them with intention. Today, we'll journey through their ancient history, their connection to spirituality, and how they've been used as tools of protection, transformation, and even warfare in the spiritual realm. You might think candles are just decorative objects, but by the end of this video, you'll see them in a completely different light. No pun intended. This isn't just another casual conversation about candles. What you'll discover here could transform the way you approach your spiritual practices and even your daily life. You'll learn how candles have been used throughout history in powerful ways, and more importantly, you'll find out how to harness their potential in your own life. Whether you've lit candles for prayer, peace, or simple comfort, there's always more to learn about their power and purpose. So, stay with me until the end, because what we'll uncover might surprise you. Together, we'll explore stories of people who've used candles in moments of need and found extraordinary results. We'll also look at how misuse or misunderstanding of this practice can lead to unexpected challenges. The goal isn't to scare you, but to empower you to use candles with intention and clarity, understanding the balance between their beauty and their significance. By the end of this video, you'll know not only how to use candles in a way that aligns with your spiritual path, but also how to avoid common mistakes that can undermine their purpose. So, are you ready to discover the truth about candles and their hidden power? Let's get started, and together, let's light the way to a deeper understanding of this timeless tool. The history of candles dates back thousands of years, rooted in cultures and civilizations that viewed them as far more than simple tools for light. Their origin is shrouded in mystery, yet their significance is undeniable. Long before the modern era, candles were symbols of hope, guidance, and spiritual connection. Understanding their origins provides a glimpse into their profound role across cultures and religions, as well as the hidden power they still carry today. In ancient Egypt, candles were thought to be among the first tools used to harness fire for both practical and symbolic purposes. Although their early versions were more akin to torches, these rudimentary creations were already tied to rituals and ceremonies. Egyptians believed that the flame symbolized life itself, a gift from the gods, and an eternal connection between the mortal and divine realms. They used candles in temples as offerings, illuminating statues of deities and creating an atmosphere of reverence and awe. These flickering lights were not just practical, they represented an invitation for divine presence to inhabit sacred spaces. Similarly, in ancient Mesopotamia, candles played a pivotal role in spiritual practices. Priests used them during ceremonies to communicate with gods and ancestors. The flame was seen as a guide for spirits, a beacon that helped bridge the gap between the seen and unseen worlds. Each candle had a purpose, whether to cleanse spaces, offer protection, or ensure that prayers reached their intended destination. The Mesopotamians believed that the light from a candle could pierce through spiritual darkness, revealing truths and offering clarity. As civilizations grew and evolved, so did the significance of candles. In ancient Greece, they were closely associated with their pantheon of gods and goddesses. Candles were often lit as part of religious festivals, where they were used to honor deities like Artemis, the goddess of the moon, and Hestia, the goddess of the hearth. These rituals often involved processions in which candles were carried to symbolize purity, guidance, and the eternal flame of life. To the Greeks, the candlelight embodied the soul's enduring essence, a reminder that even in death, the spirit remains illuminated by the divine. In Rome, candles began to take on more sophisticated forms. Early Roman candles were made from tallow or beeswax and used in both public and private ceremonies. They were essential during Saturnalia, a festival dedicated to Saturn, the god of agriculture. Romans also used candles in their homes, lighting them during rituals to invoke blessings, protection, and prosperity. It was in this period that candles began to be associated with milestones in life, from births and weddings to funerals, cementing their role as companions to the human experience. Candles entered the biblical narrative with profound spiritual symbolism. In the Hebrew tradition, light often represented divine guidance and wisdom. The menorah, a 7-branched candelabrum, is a prime example of this association. Lit in the ancient tabernacle and later in the Temple of Jerusalem, the menorah's flames were said to symbolize the eternal presence of God. The use of candles in Jewish rituals continues to this day, with practices such as lighting Shabbat candles to welcome peace and holiness into the home. In the early Christian church, candles took on a deeply spiritual meaning. During times of persecution, Christians used candles as secret signals to identify safe meeting places or fellow believers. The light symbolized hope and faith amidst trials, reflecting the belief that Christ himself was the light of the world. Candles became integral to church ceremonies, used to mark significant moments like baptisms and Eucharistic celebrations. The tradition of lighting candles in prayer developed during this time, with the flame symbolizing a prayer rising to heaven, carrying with it the hopes and petitions of the faithful. The connection between candles and spirituality grew even stronger during the medieval period. In monasteries, candles were meticulously crafted by monks, often from pure beeswax, symbolizing the purity of Christ. Their light illuminated sacred texts during the long hours of prayer and meditation, becoming a tangible representation of divine enlightenment. Pilgrims would carry candles to holy sites, believing their flames protected them from harm and ensured a successful journey. The mystical aspects of candles also became prominent during the Renaissance. Scholars and alchemists began to explore the symbolic properties of light and flame, associating candles with elements like fire and air. They were used in esoteric practices, serving as tools for focusing intention, banishing negativity, and invoking spiritual energies. The flame became a metaphor for transformation, representing the ability to transmute challenges into growth and clarity. In various indigenous cultures, candles or similar flame-based rituals carried their own profound meanings. In African traditions, the flame was used to honor ancestors and communicate with the spirit world. Native American tribes incorporated fire in their ceremonies to purify spaces and offer prayers. The light of the flame, whether from a candle or a sacred fire, was seen as a connection to the Great Spirit, a reminder of the interwoven nature of life and the cosmos. The introduction of candles into Eastern spiritual practices added another layer to their significance. In Hinduism, lamps and candles are used during puja ceremonies to honor deities and bring blessings into homes. The flame is considered a representation of Agni, the fire god, and a purifier of both physical and spiritual realms. In Buddhism, candles are placed before statues of the Buddha as offerings, symbolizing wisdom, enlightenment, and the impermanence of life. Throughout all these traditions, one common thread persists. The candle represents more than just light. It is a symbol of transformation, a connection to something greater, and a tool for navigating the mysteries of life and spirit. The flame serves as a reminder of the dualities we face: light and dark, hope and despair, life and death. Its enduring presence in rituals across the globe speaks to its universal power. As we reflect on this rich history, it becomes clear that candles are far more than objects of decoration or convenience. They carry with them the weight of centuries of spiritual meaning, offering a glimpse into humanity's longing for connection, guidance, and clarity. By understanding their origins and the symbolism they embody, we can begin to see candles not just as tools, but as sacred instruments that can bring light to both our physical and spiritual journeys. Their legacy reminds us that in the flicker of a flame lies a profound truth. Even the smallest light can illuminate the greatest darkness. Candles, though seemingly simple objects, carry a profound symbolism and power that extends far beyond their physical function. For centuries, cultures across the world have regarded candles as more than just a source of light. They are seen as spiritual tools capable of connecting the physical and metaphysical realms. The hidden power of candles lies in their ability to act as bridges between the tangible and the intangible, the visible and the unseen, allowing those who use them with intention to access deeper levels of spiritual connection. The light of a candle has always been symbolic of hope, guidance, and clarity. It represents a beacon in the darkness, a reminder that even in the most challenging times, a spark of light can illuminate the path forward. But this light extends beyond the physical world. Many spiritual traditions believe that the flame of a candle possesses the ability to dispel negative energies while attracting positive vibrations. It is as though the flickering flame becomes a force of its own, cleansing the surrounding space and the spirits of those who stand within its glow. The colors of candles also play a significant role in their hidden power. Each color carries a distinct energy and intention. White candles are often associated with purity, peace, and spiritual protection. They are commonly used in cleansing rituals and to establish a connection with the divine. Red candles symbolize passion, courage, and strength, making them ideal for rituals related to love or overcoming emotional challenges. Black candles, often misunderstood, are powerful tools for protection, capable of absorbing and neutralizing harmful energies. When choosing a candle for a specific purpose, its color becomes a powerful ally, focusing and amplifying the user's intention. The flame of a candle itself is rich with meaning. When a candle is lit, the flame is believed to serve as a connection between the earthly and spiritual realms. It is said that the movements of the flame reflect the energies present in the space. A steady flame indicates harmony and balance, while a flickering or dancing flame might suggest instability or the presence of conflicting energies. This has led many to use candles as tools for divination, interpreting the behavior of the flame to gain insight into a particular situation or question. Beyond its symbolic nature, a candle's flame also serves as a focal point for meditation and prayer. The light helps quiet the mind and allows individuals to center themselves in the present moment. This stillness fosters introspection, clarity, and a stronger connection to one's intentions. Lighting a candle before meditation or spiritual practice not only sets the tone for the session, but also creates a bridge between the physical act and the spiritual intention, strengthening the practitioner's focus and purpose. Candles are often seen as carriers of messages. When a candle is lit with a specific intention, it is believed that the flame acts as a messenger, carrying prayers, desires, or requests to the divine or the universe. This concept is deeply rooted in many spiritual traditions. For example, in Christianity, lighting a candle in a church is a way of elevating prayers, symbolizing faith and hope. The rising smoke of the flame is seen as the physical representation of prayers ascending to heaven. In other traditions, candles are used to honor ancestors, invoke protection, or seek guidance during uncertain times. Another hidden power of candles lies in their ability to transform spaces. A room illuminated by candlelight takes on an atmosphere of tranquility and sacredness. The warm, flickering light not only soothes the senses, but also calms the spirit, creating an ideal environment for reflection, prayer, or spiritual ceremonies. The light from candles creates a subtle boundary between the mundane and the sacred, helping those within the space focus on their spiritual practice without distraction. Throughout history, countless stories have been passed down about the power of candles. There are tales of individuals who, in moments of crisis, lit a single candle and found peace, clarity, or protection. During times of war, families would light candles in their homes as a symbol of hope and faith. Even when chaos surrounded them, the light of the candle served as a reminder that darkness is never absolute and that light always holds the potential to prevail. The true power of a candle does not lie solely in the object itself, but in the energy and intention imbued within it by the person using it. A candle lit without purpose is merely a source of light, but a candle lit with intention becomes a powerful tool. This combination of human focus, spiritual connection, and the inherent energy of the candle transforms it into something extraordinary. This is why it is essential to use candles with mindfulness and respect, understanding that lighting one is not merely an act, but a symbolic gesture of profound significance. Candles have the unique ability to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. They are reminders of the delicate balance between light and dark, hope and despair, life and death. By understanding and respecting their symbolism, one can unlock the hidden potential of candles and use them as instruments of illumination, transformation, and connection. In the flicker of a single flame lies a timeless truth. Even the smallest light can dispel the deepest darkness. The use of candles, while often seen as simple and harmless, carries risks that many people overlook, especially when they are used without understanding their deeper significance. Candles are not just decorative objects or sources of light. They are imbued with symbolic and spiritual meaning that can influence the energies around us. Ignorance of these aspects can lead to unintended consequences, particularly when they are used carelessly or without clear intention. The risks of using candles without knowledge are both practical and spiritual, and understanding them is essential to ensure they are handled with respect and purpose. One of the most immediate risks of using candles without knowledge is the potential to invite negative energies or create energetic imbalances. Many traditions believe that a lit candle acts as a portal or beacon, attracting spiritual energies to the space. When a candle is lit without a clear purpose or intention, it can draw in energies that are not necessarily beneficial. This is particularly true if the candle is used in a space with unresolved emotional tension or lingering negativity. Instead of bringing peace or clarity, the flame can amplify existing disturbances or create new ones, leaving individuals feeling uneasy or overwhelmed. Another significant spiritual risk is the misuse of specific candle colors or types without understanding their symbolic meanings. Each candle color is associated with particular energies and purposes. For example, red candles are often linked to passion and strength, while white candles symbolize purity and peace. Using the wrong color for a particular intention can lead to conflicting energies. A person seeking calm and protection might unintentionally use a candle color that amplifies emotional intensity, resulting in feelings of agitation or conflict. The same applies to scented or ritual-specific candles, which may carry symbolic meanings tied to their origin or materials. Using them without knowledge can misalign intentions and outcomes, creating confusion rather than clarity. Lighting candles without understanding the spiritual realm can also open doors that are difficult to close. In many spiritual practices, candles are used as tools to connect with divine energies, ancestors, or protective spirits. However, without proper guidance or preparation, the act of lighting a candle can inadvertently attract harmful entities or energies. This is particularly true when candles are used in spaces that have not been spiritually cleansed or protected. Individuals who light candles without setting boundaries or invoking protection may find themselves experiencing unexplained disturbances, such as unusual sounds, disrupted sleep, or feelings of unease. Using candles without intention also risks reducing their power to a mere superstition or aesthetic gesture. When candles are treated as decorative items or lit absent-mindedly, their deeper significance is diminished. This can lead to a false sense of security, where individuals believe the mere act of lighting a candle is enough to bring protection, peace, or spiritual connection. In reality, the power of a candle lies in the intention and energy of the person using it. Without these elements, the candle becomes an empty gesture, incapable of fulfilling its potential. From a practical perspective, the misuse of candles can lead to physical risks that are equally important to consider. A candle left unattended or placed in an unsafe location can become a fire hazard, causing damage to property or even endangering lives. While this may seem like a simple oversight, it underscores the importance of mindfulness when using candles. Neglecting basic safety precautions, such as keeping candles away from flammable materials or ensuring they are extinguished properly, can have serious consequences. These risks, while not spiritual in nature, highlight the need for respect and awareness in all aspects of candle use. Another risk of using candles without knowledge is the possibility of creating unintended emotional or psychological effects. Candles are often associated with specific memories, moods, or rituals. Lighting a candle without understanding its impact can unintentionally trigger feelings of sadness, anxiety, or restlessness. For instance, a particular scent or color might evoke associations that the person was not prepared to confront. This can create a disconnect between the desired outcome and the actual experience, leading to frustration or discomfort. In some cases, the misuse of candles can even lead to spiritual deception. This occurs when individuals place their faith entirely in the physical object of the candle rather than the intention or connection it symbolizes. Treating a candle as a magical solution to problems without understanding its role as a tool for focusing intention and energy can lead to disappointment or reliance on superstition. This misplaced faith can distract individuals from the deeper spiritual work needed to address challenges, creating a cycle of dependency on objects rather than personal growth or faith. Another overlooked risk is the use of candles in rituals or traditions without respecting their cultural or spiritual origins. Many candles, especially those used in religious or spiritual practices, carry meanings that are deeply rooted in specific traditions. Using them without understanding or respecting these origins can be seen as cultural appropriation or spiritual insensitivity. It may also result in unintended consequences, as the energies associated with these practices may not align with the intentions of the person using the candle. This lack of awareness can not only diminish the effectiveness of the candle, but also create spiritual confusion or conflict. Finally, one of the greatest risks of using candles without knowledge is failing to harness their full potential. Candles, when used with mindfulness and purpose, have the power to bring clarity, protection, and transformation. Ignorance of their symbolism and significance limits their ability to serve as tools for spiritual connection and growth. Instead of acting as a beacon of light and hope, a candle used carelessly becomes nothing more than a flickering flame. Understanding the risks of using candles without knowledge is essential for anyone who wishes to incorporate them into their spiritual or everyday practices. While they may appear to be simple objects, their power lies in the intention, respect, and mindfulness with which they are used. By taking the time to learn about their symbolism, proper use, and spiritual significance, individuals can avoid these risks and unlock the true potential of candles as tools for transformation, protection, and connection. When approached with awareness, a candle's flame becomes more than light. It becomes a source of guidance and power that enriches both the physical and spiritual realms. Candles have long been regarded as powerful tools for spiritual protection, a role deeply rooted in their symbolism and use across cultures and traditions. The gentle flicker of a flame has always carried a sense of calm, focus, and connection. But when candles are used intentionally for protection, they become much more than sources of light. They act as spiritual shields, barriers against negative energies, and beacons of divine guidance and support. Their power lies not only in their physical presence, but in the meanings, intentions, and rituals that surround them. The light of a candle represents hope and clarity, cutting through the darkness and symbolizing the triumph of light over shadow. This alone makes candles natural tools for protection. They serve as reminders that darkness, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, cannot overcome the light. Many traditions believe that a candle's flame creates a protective barrier, one that repels negativity and provides a sanctuary of peace. This idea resonates in countless rituals, from ancient practices to modern-day ceremonies, where candles are lit to safeguard individuals, homes, and sacred spaces. The colors of candles play a crucial role in their use for protection. Each color carries its own energy and intention, and selecting the right one enhances the protective qualities of the ritual. White candles are among the most commonly used for protection, symbolizing purity, peace, and divine light. They are believed to cleanse spaces of negativity and create a shield of spiritual safety. Black candles, often misunderstood, are also powerful protectors. They are associated with absorbing and neutralizing harmful energies, making them ideal for situations where a strong defense is needed. Red candles, linked to strength and courage, can be used to fortify emotional resilience and protect against fear or doubt. By carefully choosing a candle's color, practitioners can align their intentions with the specific type of protection they seek. The act of lighting a candle for protection is deeply symbolic. The flame itself is seen as a connection between the physical and spiritual realms, a link that allows divine energy to flow into the space. When a candle is lit with intention, it becomes a focal point for energy and purpose. In this way, the flame acts as both a shield and a conduit, blocking negativity while drawing in positive protective forces. This duality makes candles incredibly versatile in spiritual practices, allowing them to serve as both guardians and guides. One of the most common uses of candles for protection is in the creation of sacred spaces. Lighting candles around a room or in a specific area establishes boundaries that negative energies cannot cross. This practice is especially common in rituals, meditations, and prayer sessions, where the candlelight not only defines the space, but also sanctifies it. The act of marking a circle or perimeter with candles is a powerful way to declare the space as safe, sacred, and protected from outside influences. This technique is not limited to physical spaces. It can also be applied to emotional and spiritual boundaries, creating a sense of security and focus. In addition to creating protective spaces, candles are often used in specific rituals designed to ward off negativity. One such ritual involves lighting a black candle and visualizing its flame absorbing all harmful energies present in the space. As the candle burns, practitioners may recite prayers or affirmations, reinforcing their intention for protection and cleansing. Another common practice is to anoint a candle with protective oils, such as frankincense, myrrh, or rosemary, before lighting it. The combination of the candle's flame and the oil's properties amplifies the protective energy, creating a powerful shield against negativity. Candles are also used to protect individuals directly. In many traditions, carrying a small candle or keeping one lit in a personal space is believed to ward off harm and provide spiritual guidance. Some people light candles while praying for protection, asking for divine intervention and strength to face challenges. The flame serves as a visual representation of their faith and their connection to a higher power. By focusing on the candle's light, individuals can reinforce their sense of safety and trust in the protective forces at work in their lives. One of the reasons candles are so effective as tools of protection is their ability to transform energy. A candle's flame is constantly in motion, consuming the wax and converting it into light and heat. This transformation is symbolic of the way candles can take in negativity and release it as something harmless. When used with intention, this process becomes a metaphor for spiritual cleansing, where the flame absorbs and dissipates negative energy, leaving the space and the individual feeling renewed and secure. Candles also play a key role in ancestral and spiritual connections, which are often invoked for protection. In many cultures, lighting a candle is a way to honor and call upon ancestors or protective spirits. The flame acts as a beacon, guiding these benevolent forces to the individual or space in need. This connection provides not only protection but also wisdom and support, creating a sense of unity between the physical and spiritual worlds. These rituals often include specific prayers or offerings, further enhancing the candle's protective energy. The placement of candles is another important factor in their use for protection. Positioning candles near doorways, windows, or other entry points is a common practice to prevent negative energies from entering a home or space. This symbolic act creates a barrier, as if the candle's light were a guardian standing watch. Similarly, placing candles in the center of a room can create a protective energy that radiates outward, enveloping the entire space in a shield of light. The act of strategically positioning candles demonstrates the importance of intention and mindfulness in their use. Stories and testimonies of people who have used candles for protection highlight their enduring power. Many recount experiences where lighting a candle brought a sense of peace and security during times of fear or uncertainty. Some share how candles helped them overcome feelings of vulnerability or provided comfort in difficult situations. These accounts serve as reminders that the power of candles is not just symbolic, but deeply personal, rooted in the faith and intention of those who use them. The spiritual protection offered by candles is amplified when combined with other practices, such as meditation, visualization, or the use of sacred symbols. For example, drawing a protective symbol, such as a cross or a circle, around a candle before lighting it can enhance its energy. Similarly, focusing on the flame during meditation can help individuals visualize their intentions for safety and strength. These practices demonstrate the versatility of candles as tools for protection, allowing them to adapt to a wide range of needs and situations. The use of candles as tools of spiritual protection is both ancient and timeless. Their light serves as a constant reminder of the power of intention, the presence of divine guidance, and the resilience of the human spirit. By understanding and respecting their symbolism, we can unlock their full potential as guardians and allies in our spiritual journeys. A candle's flame is more than just a source of light. It is a symbol of hope, strength, and the enduring power of protection. When used with purpose and faith, candles can illuminate even the darkest paths, providing a shield of light and love that guides us toward safety and peace. Candles have long been used as powerful tools in spiritual warfare, serving as symbols of divine light, protection, and victory over darkness. Their flame, small yet unwavering, represents the triumph of light over shadow and serves as a reminder of the spiritual forces at play in the unseen realms. In the context of spiritual warfare, candles act as more than just symbols. They become instruments of focus, intention, and connection to higher powers. They help believers channel their faith and declare their trust in divine protection, creating a tangible representation of their spiritual battles. The flame of a candle is often regarded as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. When used in spiritual warfare, this flame becomes a beacon of divine presence, calling forth protection and guidance. The flickering light is thought to repel negative energies, evil spirits, and influences that seek to disrupt peace or sow fear. The act of lighting a candle in the midst of spiritual struggles is a declaration of faith and a powerful statement of resistance against forces of darkness. It is a way of saying, symbolically and spiritually, that the light of good will prevail. In spiritual traditions, the colors of candles play a critical role in their effectiveness during warfare. Each color corresponds to specific energies and intentions, amplifying the user's focus and purpose. White candles are commonly used to symbolize purity, divine protection, and the presence of God. They are often lit during prayers for safety, clarity, and the expulsion of negative forces. Black candles, frequently misunderstood, are particularly effective in spiritual warfare. They are believed to absorb and neutralize harmful energies, acting as shields against attacks from unseen forces. Red candles, associated with strength and courage, can be used to fortify emotional resilience and combat fear or doubt. The choice of candle color becomes a strategic part of spiritual warfare, aligning the practitioner's intentions with the desired outcome. Lighting a candle in spiritual warfare is not a passive act. It is a deliberate and symbolic gesture that sets the tone for battle. The flame itself serves as a focal point, helping the individual concentrate their prayers, affirmations, and intentions. By focusing on the flame, believers can visualize their spiritual struggles and their desired outcomes. The flickering light becomes a reminder of the presence of divine power and the inevitability of victory over darkness. This simple yet profound act transforms the candle from a mundane object into a sacred tool of spiritual resistance. Candles are often used in conjunction with prayers and scripture during spiritual warfare. For example, many believers light candles while reciting passages that affirm the authority of divine power over evil, such as Ephesians 6:12, which reminds us that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of evil. The candle's flame serves as a visual representation of these words, reinforcing the belief that light and truth will ultimately prevail. This practice creates a sense of connection between the physical act of lighting the candle and the spiritual act of invoking divine intervention. Another common use of candles in spiritual warfare is the creation of protective barriers. By lighting candles around a space, practitioners can establish boundaries that negative forces cannot cross. This practice is often accompanied by prayers or affirmations, declaring the space as sacred and protected. The light of the candles acts as a spiritual barrier, a circle of safety that shields the individual or group from harm. This technique is not limited to physical spaces. It can also be used to create emotional and spiritual boundaries, providing a sense of security and focus during times of conflict. The placement of candles is also significant in spiritual warfare. Positioning candles at entry points, such as doors and windows, symbolizes the prevention of negative influences from entering the space. This act serves as a physical and spiritual declaration that only positive energies and divine presence are welcome. Similarly, placing a candle in the center of a room can create a radiating energy of protection, extending its light and influence to cover the entire area. The strategic placement of candles demonstrates the importance of intention and mindfulness in spiritual warfare. Rituals involving candles often include additional elements to enhance their protective power. For instance, anointing candles with oils such as frankincense, myrrh, or rosemary can amplify their energy and effectiveness. These oils, traditionally associated with purification and spiritual strength, add another layer of protection to the practice. Similarly, using sacred symbols or drawing protective signs around the candle before lighting it can enhance its potency. These rituals combine the physical and spiritual aspects of warfare, creating a comprehensive approach to battling unseen forces. Candles are also used to invoke divine guidance and strength during spiritual battles. By lighting a candle, believers symbolize their trust in higher powers and their willingness to surrender their struggles to divine intervention. The flame becomes a prayer in itself, a constant and unwavering plea for protection and victory. This act of faith reinforces the individual's sense of connection to the divine and their belief in the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Stories of individuals using candles in spiritual warfare highlight their enduring power and significance. Many recount experiences where lighting a candle brought peace and clarity during times of fear or uncertainty. Others share how candles helped them overcome feelings of vulnerability and provided comfort in moments of spiritual struggle. These accounts demonstrate that the power of candles is not just symbolic, but deeply personal, rooted in the faith and intention of those who use them. The transformative nature of candles makes them especially effective in spiritual warfare. A candle's flame is constantly in motion, consuming the wax and releasing light and heat. This transformation is symbolic of the way spiritual battles can lead to growth and renewal. By focusing on the flame, individuals can visualize their struggles being consumed and transformed into strength and clarity. This process serves as a reminder that even in the midst of conflict, there is the potential for healing and transformation. The use of candles in spiritual warfare is a practice that combines ancient wisdom with personal faith. Their light serves as a constant reminder of the power of intention, the presence of divine guidance, and the resilience of the human spirit. By understanding and respecting their symbolism, believers can unlock their full potential as tools of protection, guidance, and victory. A candle's flame is more than just a source of light. It is a symbol of hope, strength, and the enduring power of faith. When used with purpose and conviction, candles become powerful allies in the spiritual battles we face, illuminating the path to safety, peace, and victory. Candles have a profound ability to transform spaces and energies, making them versatile tools for both spiritual and everyday practices. Their applications go far beyond mere decoration or lighting. They can be used intentionally to create harmony, focus energy, and strengthen connections with the spiritual realm. By understanding how to use candles with purpose, individuals can unlock their full potential as instruments for personal growth, protection, and transformation. Below are practical ways to incorporate candles into various aspects of life, from creating sacred spaces to fostering emotional well-being and spiritual connection. One of the most common and accessible uses of candles is for setting intentions. Whether it's for personal goals, spiritual growth, or manifesting desires, candles can help focus energy and amplify intentions. To begin, select a candle that aligns with your purpose. The color of the candle is often tied to specific meanings. white for clarity and peace, green for prosperity, blue for communication, and so on. Once chosen, hold the candle and take a moment to visualize your intention clearly. As you light the candle, imagine the flame carrying your intention out into the universe, acting as a beacon to attract the energy needed to fulfill your goal. Allow the candle to burn for as long as feels appropriate, and extinguish it with gratitude for the energy it has helped focus. Candles are also powerful tools for meditation and mindfulness. Their soft, steady light creates an ambiance that encourages relaxation and focus. To incorporate candles into a meditation practice, find a quiet space and place the candle in front of you. Light the candle and gaze at its flame, using it as a point of focus to quiet your mind. Let the flickering light guide your breathing, allowing your thoughts to settle as you connect with the present moment. The flame serves as a reminder of your inner light and resilience, helping you find clarity and peace. This simple practice can be especially helpful during times of stress or uncertainty, providing a sense of grounding and stability. Creating sacred spaces with candles is another practical application. A sacred space is an area intentionally designed to promote peace, reflection, and connection with the divine. Candles play a central role in setting the tone for such spaces. To create a sacred space, choose an area that feels comfortable and free from distractions. Arrange candles in a way that feels meaningful to you, perhaps in a circle, along a windowsill, or near personal objects that hold spiritual significance. Lighting the candles marks the beginning of your time in this space, signaling a transition from the mundane to the sacred. This practice can be used for prayer, journaling, or simply finding solace in a chaotic day. Incorporating candles into daily rituals can bring intentionality and meaning to otherwise ordinary activities. For example, lighting a candle during a morning routine can set the tone for the day ahead. As you light the candle, take a moment to reflect on your intentions for the day, focusing on qualities like gratitude, patience, or productivity. Similarly, lighting a candle in the evening can signal the end of the day, offering a moment to release stress and reflect on accomplishments. These small but intentional acts can help create a sense of balance and mindfulness, transforming routine moments into opportunities for self-care. Candles can also be used as tools for emotional healing and release. When dealing with difficult emotions like grief, anger, or anxiety, lighting a candle can provide a safe and comforting way to process these feelings. Choose a candle that resonates with the emotion you wish to address, such as a calming blue candle for peace or a grounding brown candle for stability. As the candle burns, focus on the flame as a symbol of transformation, allowing the fire to represent the release of heavy emotions. Visualize the flame consuming your burdens and turning them into light, creating space for healing and renewal. This practice can be deeply therapeutic, offering a tangible way to navigate complex emotions. Protection is another practical application of candles. In spiritual practices, candles are often used to create barriers against negative energy or to cleanse spaces of unwanted influences. To use a candle for protection, select a black or white candle, both of which are commonly associated with shielding and purification. Before lighting the candle, hold it in your hands and set the intention for protection. Visualize the candle's flame as a protective shield surrounding you or your space. As the candle burns, its light creates a boundary that negative energies cannot cross. This practice can be particularly useful before meditations, rituals, or when entering unfamiliar environments. Candles can also serve as tools for manifestation, helping to bring desires and dreams into reality. To use candles in manifestation practices, begin by clearly defining your goal. Choose a candle color that aligns with your intention. Green for financial abundance, pink for love, or orange for creativity. Before lighting the candle, carve a word or symbol that represents your desire into the wax, using a small tool like a toothpick. As you light the candle, focus on your intention and visualize it coming to fruition. allow the candle to burn down completely if possible, as a way of symbolically releasing your intention into the universe. This practice combines focus, symbolism, and action, making it a powerful tool for creating positive change. Incorporating candles into celebrations and ceremonies adds depth and meaning to these special moments. Candles have long been used in weddings, birthdays, and religious observances as symbols of hope, love, and connection. For personal celebrations, lighting candles can mark milestones and honor achievements. For example, lighting a candle during a family gathering can symbolize unity and gratitude, while candles lit during a personal anniversary can serve as a reminder of growth and resilience. These symbolic acts add layers of intention to meaningful events, creating lasting memories infused with light and warmth. Candle rituals can also be used to connect with spiritual guides, ancestors, or higher powers. In many cultures, lighting a candle is seen as a way to honor and invite the presence of these benevolent forces. To create such a connection, choose a candle that feels significant to your purpose. Light the candle in a quiet space and speak aloud or silently to your guide or ancestor, expressing your gratitude or seeking guidance. The flame acts as a bridge, helping to focus your intention and creating an open channel for communication. This practice can bring comfort, clarity, and a deeper sense of connection to the spiritual realm. Finally, candles can be used for self-reflection and goal setting. Lighting a candle during moments of introspection can create a calming environment that encourages deep thought and honesty. As the candle burns, take time to write, meditate, or simply sit in silence, reflecting on your aspirations and challenges. The flame serves as a visual reminder of your inner strength and the light within you, inspiring a sense of purpose and determination. This practice can be especially helpful during transitional periods, offering clarity and direction as you navigate change. Candles, when used with intention and mindfulness, become far more than simple objects. They transform into tools for growth, healing, and spiritual connection, offering light not just in the physical sense, but also in the emotional and spiritual realms. By incorporating candles into daily life and special rituals, individuals can create moments of meaning, focus, and transformation. The gentle flicker of a flame serves as a reminder of the power of light, hope, and intention, guiding us toward greater balance and fulfillment in our lives. Candles, with their simple yet profound presence, hold a unique power that transcends their physical form. They are more than just sources of light. They are symbols of hope, tools of intention, and bridges between the seen and unseen realms. Their flickering flames remind us of the delicate balance between darkness and light, chaos and calm, and the physical and spiritual worlds. As tools for spiritual growth, protection, and transformation, candles provide an accessible and meaningful way to create moments of focus, connection, and peace in our lives. Throughout history, candles have been used in countless ways to mark sacred moments, protect against negative energies, and symbolize the triumph of good over evil. Their light has illuminated ancient temples, guided prayers in quiet chapels, and brought comfort to individuals seeking clarity and strength. The universality of their use speaks to their timeless significance and their ability to resonate deeply with the human spirit. Whether in a grand ritual or a solitary act of meditation, the power of a candle lies not just in its flame, but in the intention and energy behind its use. The transformative nature of candles is one of their most compelling aspects. A candle's flame is constantly in motion, consuming wax and converting it into light and warmth. This process mirrors the potential for personal transformation, where challenges and negativity can be transformed into strength, clarity, and growth. Lighting a candle becomes a metaphor for this process, a reminder that even the smallest light can dispel the greatest darkness. In this way, candles inspire us to embrace our own power to overcome adversity and to find hope, even in the most difficult moments. Candles also serve as powerful tools for mindfulness and presence. In a world often filled with distractions and noise, The gentle glow of a candle invites us to pause, reflect, and connect with the present moment. Whether used in meditation, prayer, or simple contemplation, candles create a space of stillness and introspection. Their steady light anchors us, helping to quiet the mind and bring a sense of balance and focus. In this way, candles become not only symbols of light, but also instruments of peace and inner harmony. The versatility of candles makes them valuable companions in both everyday life and spiritual practices. From setting intentions and manifesting desires to creating sacred spaces and offering protection, candles adapt to a wide range of needs and purposes. Their ability to amplify energy and intention allows them to be integrated into rituals that foster growth, healing, and connection. By understanding their symbolism and using them with care, candles can become tools that guide us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and our spiritual journeys. One of the most profound aspects of candles is their ability to connect us with the divine and with one another. In lighting a candle, we engage in an act of faith and hope, trusting in the power of light to guide us and protect us. This act transcends cultural and religious boundaries, making candles a universal symbol of unity and transcendence. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is always a source of light to turn to, and that the flame of hope burns brightly within each of us. As we incorporate candles into our lives, it is essential to approach them with respect and intention. Their power lies not in the object itself, but in the energy and focus we bring to their use. A candle lit without purpose is simply a source of light, but a candle lit with intention becomes a tool for transformation, a symbol of faith, and a connection to the sacred. By using candles mindfully, we can unlock their full potential and allow their light to illuminate not only our physical spaces, but also our hearts and minds. In conclusion, candles are more than just objects. They are companions on our journeys of self-discovery, healing, and spiritual connection. Their light reminds us of the power of intention, the resilience of the human spirit, and the presence of the divine in our lives. Whether used to protect, manifest, or simply bring peace, candles have the ability to create moments of meaning and transformation. As we light a candle, we ignite not only its flame, but also our own inner light, allowing us to shine brightly in a world that sometimes feels overshadowed by darkness. Through their gentle glow, candles teach us that even the smallest act of faith and intention can illuminate the path to hope, peace, and fulfillment.